Hello, I think we are live. Please comment below if you can hear me and see me. Here we are. Hello, welcome everyone. I am Brenda Bennett. Sugarfreemom.com is my website. Usually you see me in my kitchen making a recipe on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, but tonight we are not making a recipe. We are going to be talking about the number one mistake that most people make when trying to lose weight. So I want to share a little bit. Hi, Jennifer. I want to let everyone know that this is a special Sunday night live. I haven't done this before, but everyone who comments in the comment section below, you are going to be entered to win a free spot in my 6-week Sugar Detox course that is starting very soon, September 30th. So everyone who comments or asks a question, you're entered to win, and I will pick a winner randomly at the end of the video. Then you'll have 24 hours to send me an email, and you have to be 18, of course, to join the Sugar Detox course. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about it as well before we start the topic tonight. And for those of you who don't know who I am, I'll share a little bit about myself. Like I said, I am Brenda Bennett, and I started my website, sugarfreemom.com, in 2011. I am a mom of 3. I'm actually going to be 49 in November. Yikes. But I'm happy to be here and happy to share my recipes. I wrote this, there it is, that side, Naturally Keto. I'm an author. It's over 125 recipes for the whole family. Low carb, keto, all nutritional info. Every recipe has a picture, and there's 4-week menu plans in the back. And I'm a Sicilian Italian. There are a lot of Italian classics like cannolis and pizzelles and Italian cream puffs and different things like that in the cookbook. I became sugar-free in 2006 after a really deliberate, rough time after my 3rd child was born, really to break the sugar addiction that I felt that I had. And I cried, it was a really desperate time. I didn't enjoy being in my own skin. I was miserable. And I found a program. I had done many programs, actually, since the age of probably 18. I had done Weight Watchers, and then at 22 I did Overeaters Anonymous, and I lost weight, 50 pounds. And 29, had my first child, went back to Weight Watchers. And then after my 2nd child at 32, I went to the prison program, which was a Christian program, and it removed all white flour and white sugar. And I thought, this is great. This will help me lose weight. And it did. And then I threw it all out the window when I got pregnant the 3rd time. In 2005, I had my 3rd child, and it was such a struggle to get back to that sugar freedom that I had. It was truly a struggle. And last week, I did a free Zoom class on sugar freedom. And you can view that. There's no passcode needed. You can view that at the link above this video where my Sugar Detox course is, so you can see what that's all about. But I really needed sugar freedom. I was so addicted, and I felt like the 2nd time around was so much harder, and there was no support. The prison program I was in, there was no more, it was not around anymore, and there wasn't really, I wasn't on Facebook. It was really a difficult time for me. It took me about a year. But I'm going to share with you the thing that I did to get back control. And it took almost a year, but I got there. And in 2006, I have not touched since then white flour, white sugar. I did at that time do honey and maple syrup, but then as the time went on and I started making recipes for my sons that had tree nut allergies, even the granola bars and things with honey was still causing cravings. So in 2011, I started my blog. I went low carb, and then in 2012, I went gluten-free as well. And then in 2015, I started losing my hair in the back of my head. I had a big clump of hair going. I was gaining weight, and I was losing eyebrow hair. And for an Italian, this isn't, I should not be losing hair. And I went to the doctor and he just said, eat less, exercise more. So I got a trainer. I believed him. I didn't know it at the time, guys, but it was hypothyroid. And I did not get diagnosed until 3 years after that, in 2018. So I've been on medication for 2 years, but I went keto back in 2015. And in that year of eating good, healthy fat, my hair grew back. I didn't lose any weight, but I did get more satiation with my meals and the cravings stopped. So that's my story. So I've been making recipes keto since then, and low carb and family friendly for the families that, really don't aren't low carb. You can pull my recipes off. I think many people can attest to, sharing my recipes for family and friends that are non-low carbers. You really can. So I wanted to tell you, so back in 2012, I created my first Sugar Detox course that was 6 weeks, and I had it on my website for a good 6 years. But it was a self-paced course. So you kind of did it on your own. You watched the videos, you follow the content, that sort of thing. But as time came, 2 years ago, I became a certified keto coach. And now I'm in my last term of nutritional therapy school. So in November, I graduate and I'll be a nutritional therapy practitioner. All the things that I've learned, I realized that 2012 Sugar Detox course was not something I could still promote. I needed to change it and update it. And that's what I did. Back in April, when we had the pandemic, I launched the first course, and over 136 women joined, and many lost weight, and it was a wonderful time. I don't open the course up all the time. I just can't. I'm a busy mom of 3 and I just can't do it. But I am opening it up September 30th. And so right now it's $50 off. But for everybody who comments, one lucky person tonight is going to win a free spot in this course. So you can get all that information at the link above. All right, so tonight we are going to talk about the number one mistake that most people make when trying to lose weight. So let me give you a case scenario. It's Friday night and you and your friend made plans to go to the movies after work, right? You're on a new diet plan. You stuck to it all week. You're really feeling good about yourself, but you've had a really busy week and you stayed at work much longer than you expected. So you are really drained. You're kind of irritable. You even missed dinner because you were working late, but you are legitimately hungry. But you are so proud of yourself because you didn't hit the vending machines, right, at work. And you went straight to the movies to meet your friend. But you didn't share with her that you started a new diet because you didn't want her to get, oh no, you started another diet. You just didn't want to share with her. So your friend gets in line for the concessions at the movies, right? You hesitate a little bit, but then you start having those thoughts like, well, I worked out at lunch. I missed dinner. So I'll just get back on track in the morning. So you decide, I'm just going to order a popcorn, no butter, Diet Coke, and a little bit of my favorite candy, right? So you get home after that and you think, well, I am starting tomorrow. So what the heck? I'm just going to enjoy the rest of the night, right? I'll get back on track in the morning, but you don't, right? You get home and that what the heck effect kind of kicks in. And you're like, well, I love chips. Let me just finish off that and get some ice cream from the freezer, right? Now, the next morning, you are feeling so guilty, so sick, so remorseful. You do get back on track and you're good for another 2 weeks until the next party or exception happens, right? And all you're doing is going back and forth with the same stinking 5 pounds. I have been there. I know this scenario. This is me. Where did I go wrong? Where did you go wrong? Was it, stepping in line at the movies? Or was it the thoughts before that you had worked out at lunchtime? You skipped dinner. Was it when you got home, right? Eating the bag of chips or finishing off the ice cream? Or was it even skipping dinner at work? What was it, right? Here is the number one mistake that I have made, and I think many of you have made when trying to lose weight. It is, drum roll please, relying on willpower. Truly, this is what it is. Willpower is a thing, right? It's like a battery, and most of us just have about 15 minutes of capacity available, at a time, especially if you're a mom. right? And many activities deplete your willpower, right? And if the battery is depleted, you're not going to be able to have the power to say no, to stay on track, to do what you want to do. Basically, your brain is going to leave you kind of incapable of making a good choice about what to eat, right? We unconsciously like convince ourselves that we didn't really want that, or we rationalize that we're just going to indulge in this one time, right? So, what are the things that deplete our willpower? Constantly resisting temptations, constantly making decisions. How many times have you come home from work after a bad day of constant decisions and you tell your spouse, I don't care, I don't want to make another decision, just order a pizza, right? How many can say that? Yeah, right? If you are constantly doing these things, even like brain draining tasks, that's going to deplete your willpower, especially if you have like deadlines for work. Stress is going to just deplete your willpower. Actually, poor sleep is another one. If you are consistently getting less than 7 hours of sleep more than 3 nights a week, you are really going to be hungry the next day. Your body's trying to stay awake by saying feed me. So it's really going to be hard, and constant blood sugar spikes all day long are going to deplete your willpower. So it's just unreliable when it comes to losing weight and keeping it off, right? When you have those blood sugar spikes, you're just not going to be able to make good choices if your blood sugar is spiking and then crashing. Then you're going to want something else. It's a constant roller coaster, right? And your brain is always going to prioritize the immediate want, right? The instant gratification, not what your future self wants, to lose weight. So, what are some things that you can do to replenish your willpower? Self-care is truly really important, like getting in something that makes you joyful for 15 minutes a day. Getting out in the sun to get the vitamin D is going to boost your serotonin, and it's going to make you happy, and it's going to fill you up. Practicing gratitude, meditation works, prayer works, getting better sleep, right? So if you get out for 15 minutes to 20 minutes in the sunlight, folks, without sunscreen for 15 to 20 minutes, because if you have sunscreen or makeup that has SPF on it, you are going to not absorb the vitamin D. So I'm not saying to burn, I'm not saying to roast out there for 30 minutes. I'm saying 15 to 20 minutes full sun exposure on as much skin as possible without any sunscreen. And then after that, if you're going to be out longer gardening or at the beach or whatever, then put a non-toxic sunscreen on, of course. But like what I'm saying is, when you absorb that vitamin D, that's going to increase your serotonin. And without balanced serotonin, you're not going to have a good balance of melatonin. And that is what you need to sleep well. So those are some things that you can do to replenish your willpower. So another thing that I did back in 2004, that's when I first did it, but then I kind of backslid in 2005 when I had my third child. I followed BB, and that is my initials, yes, Brenda Bennett, but I'm not just saying follow me. It's called Blissful Boundary. It is something that I learned long ago back in the prison program. I do not eat sugar, and I do not eat flour, and also gluten for me. But I took sugar and flour out of the equation, right? And when you do that, it allows your brain and your body to heal, right? So the insulin can stop spiking. You can balance your blood sugar and just give your body and brain time to rest and regulate, right? This is a beautiful boundary to me. And some of you may think, how is it possible that this girl has not had sugar since 2006? It's possible. I promise you guys, it is possible. Some of you may be thinking, you've got to be crazy. This is not, and I am not superwoman. I did it, and you can do it. You just need step-by-step guidelines. You just need support. Social connection is so important. And I didn't have that back in 2006. I had one or two friends that I could lean on, and I really struggled on my own. And that's what the joy of my course is. I don't want anyone to feel alone. And that's why I created the Sugar Detox Course, so that you don't have to be alone. The key is the live component. Having support from one another really, really is. So this boundary, BB, Blissful Boundary, no sugar, no flour. For me, it takes willpower out of the equation. It becomes a habit. I, abstaining from those things, yes, it was hard. Yes, it took time at first, but it got easier and easier. The cravings go away. I can tell you, you can put my family, my husband will attest. I've been married 24 years in January. My family will attest to this. You can put anything in front of me, an ice cream sundae, a donut, a peanut butter cup, a Hostess cupcake. I don't care what it is. I have no desire, none, no desire. And plus, if you know my recipes, you know I've pretty much turned everything keto, right? There's not anything I don't think that I've not made healthy, right? I never feel deprived. So that's the thing I want to tell you. The cravings can go away. People can eat junk in front of you when you don't cross this boundary of sugar and flour. Every day is freedom. Every day is freedom. And one of the best things that you can do so you don't have to rely on willpower is reward yourself with a little sticker or a glass jar with like beads or something, a little check mark on your phone. Because I'm a former teacher. I was in the classroom for 9 years. I tutored for 10. I have a master's degree in special ed. I'm a teacher by nature, and I worked with special education kids. And when I had those kids, no amount of punishment ever changed their behavior. When I started reinforcing the good things that I wanted them to do and giving them positive reinforcement, that's when I saw change. So when you constantly punish yourself and say you suck or you can't follow any diets, you're no good, you are constantly degrading yourself. Do you think that's going to change your behavior? No, it's not. You need to reward yourself when you do something positive, like you made it through lunch without going and eating your kids' snacks, right? Give yourself a little sticker. Call a friend and say, I did it. I successfully had no sugar at one meal, right? You've got to reward yourself for good behavior. That's one thing you can do. The other thing that you can do is start food journaling. I recommend this to my private members in my VIP group. What happens when you food journal? Now, some of you may say, I've tried that. It doesn't work, right? But this is what happens when you write your food down the night before or the morning of. You're using a different part of your brain, the part of your brain that has your best intentions and your future self, right? When you don't write it down and you've had a crappy day, your boss just sent you a boatload of work by a deadline, you got a nasty email, what are you doing? You're going to the car, especially if you're working at home, you're going to the cupboard or the office break room and eating a donut. Spur of the moment, right? Impulse decision based on your feelings. That's how you're going to eat. But if you food journal the night before, you're taking willpower out of the equation. I don't eat sugar. I don't eat flour. This is my plan. I know my better self, my best intended self had my best interest at heart, and this is what I'm going to eat. So planning ahead can dramatically increase your odds of successfully following through at those meal times rather than being, stuck by your emotions, right, throughout the day. Because the brain just kind of wants to give you that immediate reward to feel better, and that's what happens. But I promise you, if you can invest a month of food journaling, it's going to start becoming automatic. And maybe you can get like a little buddy who does it with you, and you text each other your food or email each other your food. That's the part of the Sugar Detox course where it's golden, because we have small groups. We work together. You can find a commitment buddy. You don't have to do this alone. And research shows that, monitoring our behavior and seeing your actions like in black and white, like in a food journal, really helps you be successful, right? So buddying up is truly important. Food journaling is truly important, and sticking to that BB, that blissful boundary. Don't eat sugar, don't eat flour. Try it for 30 days. And that's the best method for success, to achieve weight loss, and not only that, to keep it off and to have sugar freedom. So those are the things I wanted to share. I hope that those have been helpful. And what I'm going to do now is we are going to I think I need my daughter. Maybe I should look at my phone at the comments because I'm going to randomly close my eyes and pick someone on the Facebook live in the comments. Wow, 417 comments. That's amazing. All right, so what I'm going to do is, oh gosh, shut that. Okay. I'm going to scroll and scroll. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to stop on my phone. And whoever I stop at, as long as you commented, you will be the winner. Scrolling back and forth. And I have, oh, I had somebody that didn't comment. She was just watching. Okay, sorry about that. Picking a new person. Sharon Adair, Adair. Sharon Adair, are you here? You have been selected for, here you are, I found you. You have been selected as the winner to earn a free spot in my 6-week Sugar Detox course. Please reply if you are interested in joining. If you are not interested in joining, then I will pick another winner. Also, if you have any questions, you can leave them here now and I'm going to answer any questions that you have. I hope that I've inspired you. I've encouraged you. Don't let the rest of 2020 end like, the way it started, right? Let's finish it good. Let's finish it well and strong and have some weight loss before the holidays come. It doesn't have to be a crapshoot for the rest of the year. This course, my Sugar Detox course, is not going to be offered again until February 2021, folks. I just can't commit. I can't do it that much. So I'm doing it now. And I tell you what, the live support is really worth every penny. So I would encourage you. Dawn says, I'm a sugarholic and a chocoholic, right? So, but you can have sugar freedom, Dawn. Deborah says, I have my master's in special ed too. Yes, it was a wonderful time. I enjoyed it so much, but then I started teaching my kids at home and I wanted to be home with them. So Lori says the best tasting artificial sweetener I've found is monk fruit. It's actually not artificial. It's actually natural, made with erythritol and monk fruit. And sometimes it's just monk fruit if you buy the liquid, but the powder, if you buy the cup for cup, it combines erythritol and monk fruit in it. Shirley says, you're a rock star. Thank you. Sue, please send me info on joining. I'm going to put the link, but it is above. It is sugarfreemom.tribe.com//sugar detox course. Let me grab that for you. I'm just going to grab that link for you. And also, if you're interested in my free webinar, that is there. You don't need a password for that. But I would really encourage you because, like I said, I'm not going to do this again until February. But it is something that a lot of, some people just need support. I wish I had support back in 2006. Thanks, Janice. She says, I love your videos. Thank you so much. Hi, Holly. I'd love to do that. Perfect form of accountability. Yes. And Lynn says, I need your cookbook. Yes. So that is on Amazon, Naturally Keto. I'll put the link for you for that too. All right. So where is Sharon? Yes. She wants to be in the course. Okay. Email me, Sharon, tonight as soon as possible. Brenda@sugarfreemom.com. I need to get all your info to get you hooked up and ready to go. Congratulations. Well, everyone, if there are no other questions, I will see you again Thursday. I do my live at 4 p.m. And if there are other questions, I might actually just try to do another live on Tuesday night if you liked this. And I hope that it was informative and helpful. I really want to help others achieve their goals. And that's why I went into nutritional therapy school. And that's why I became a certified keto coach. I want to say one thing too about the Sugar Detox course. And I want you to know this. I don't promote keto or low carb. Everybody's a bio individual. You can choose what direction is right for you. But isn't it all about just getting sugar out of your life? Right? Sugar cravings have to go, or you will never be able to keep the weight off if sugar cravings are constantly bothering you and troubling you. So I lead you to that, and you will have the direction of keto plan or low carb plan. But I know for me, it was a gradual approach. I started sugar free. Then I went low carb, and then after a while of low carb, I realized that I was still craving um, potato chips and things like that. Not until I went keto was I finally able to break free and not have those at parties and not eat, eat any of them. So when I finally gave myself the good healthy fats and didn't fear it, that worked for me. But I don't have to say that. I mean, it doesn't matter to you, right? What I did. You have to do what works for you. And that's what I promote in this course. So let me see. Are there any other questions? I'm not seeing any other questions. So I guess we're all done for tonight. Let me know. You can always email me at brenda@sugarfreemom.com if you have any questions about the course. The $50 off for the price does end very soon. It's a limited time offer. And our first class starts September 30th. I hope to see you there. We also have a private Facebook group, and you have access to me 24/7. So that's pretty cool. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great week ahead. And remember, follow that blissful boundary. Follow BB. No sugar, no flour. You can do it. Until next time.